want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
I am Moses Peter, welcoming you to news at 9 p.m. on SOM TV. This broadcast is coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the pulse of the nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay connected with us on Facebook at SOM TV and YouTube at SOM TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. APC stakeholders in Taraba State endorse Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau for Taraba State chairmanship. Former President Obasanjo said he is ready to testify on $6 billion Mambila Power Project in court. Cross River Governor Basi Otu inaugurates 2025 Christmas tree and festive lights in Calabar, while Akwa Ibom Governor Umo Eno imposes indefinite ban on public masquerade displays. On international news, Guinea-Bissau military bans protest ahead of ECOWAS mediation visit, while Cameroonian opposition leader Anicet Ekane is reported to have died in detention. Business News report has it that Africa's state-owned institutions near $1 trillion in assets under management as Dangote Refinery expressed confidence on delivering 1.5 billion liters of petrol this December. Entertainment news, MC Dami hosts Owambe 2.0 Faji Rekpete Cultural Showcase in Lagos. Sport news, Super Eagles Samuel Chukwueze determined to cement place at Fulham as Victor Osimhen ready for Istanbul derby against Fenerbahce. Now the news in full. Stakeholders of the All Progressive Congress in Taraba State have formally endorsed Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau to contest for the position of state chairman. The announcement was made at a well-attended event in Jalingo, bringing together party members, community leaders, and political stakeholders amid shifting dynamics in the state political landscape, following Governor Agbud Kefas and his administration's move into the APC. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
Of the All Progressive Congress APC in Taraba State have formally endorsed Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau to contest for the position of state chairman. The announcement was made during a well-attended event in Jalingo, drawing party members, community leaders, and political stakeholders from across the state. This is coinciding with significant shift in the state political landscape following the transition of Governor Agbud Kefas and members of his administration into the APC.
We, the people of the local government area, Taraba State, endorse Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau to contest for APC chairman Taraba State. We, the people of the local government, hereby express our unwavering support and endorsement for Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau candidates for APC Taraba State. Believing his leadership will promote unity, progress, and development. We are confident that Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau possesses the vision, experience, and dedication required to lead our party to victory and serve the people of Taraba State.
Speaking on behalf of the APC stakeholders, Emmanuel George said the decision to endorse Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau was informed by his outstanding record in human and capital development across multiple sectors. He described Haruna Lau as a capable and result-driven administrator whose experience has contributed meaningfully to the progress of communities throughout Taraba State.
The occasion is all about Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna. This is a unanimous decision by Lau community that they agreed unanimously that we should call on Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau to contest for the APC chairmanship of Taraba State. And as you can see, the mammoth crowd, everybody is just happy with him. You can see people that have crossed over from the PDP are here, people of the APC are here, the stakeholders are here, Muslims are here.
Responding to the endorsement, Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau expressed gratitude to the stakeholders for their confidence and declared his full acceptance of the call to service. He pledged to operate an open-door leadership style and emphasize inclusiveness, transparency, and collective progress as central pillar of his vision for the APC. Haruna Lau assured party members that if entrusted with a mandate, he will foster unity and drive growth within the state party structure.
I, Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau, I accept the call to contest for the position of the APC chairman Taraba State. I am grateful for support and trust response to me. I pledge to work tirelessly, unite our party, and save Taraba State with dedication and integrity. I promise to run a campaign of inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability, engaging all stakeholders to build a stronger APC and brighter Taraba. Thank you very much.
The event also featured goodwill message from stakeholders representing the three geopolitical zones of Taraba State, all of whom pledged support for Haruna Lau's candidacy. Speakers encouraged party members and supporters to unite behind him to ensure a strong, comprehensive, and forward-looking APC in the state. The endorsement signals growing momentum for Alhaji Abdul Hadi Haruna Lau as the preparation intensify ahead of the party's forthcoming leadership transition. I am Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has indicated his readiness to testify over the $6 billion Mambila Power Project, a prosecution witness told the Federal High Court in Abuja. PW3 Umar Hussein Babangida said Obasanjo affirmed in a 2023 letter to the AGF his willingness to appear in any court or forum. He added that Obasanjo denied approving any contract for Sunrise Power, insisting no valid award existed during his administration. Going to reports from the South-South, Cross River State Governor Basi Otu has on Sunday inaugurated the 2025 Christmas tree and festive lights at Calabar Cenotaph, honoring former Governor Clement Ebri, Donald Duke, Liel Imoke, and Ben Ayode. Speaking to residents and dignitaries, Otu highlighted their contributions in tourism, education, infrastructure, and industrialization, pledging to build on their legacies. The former leaders commended Otu's initiative, describing it as unifying, nostalgic, and a rare commitment to continuity in governance. Similarly, Akwa Ibom Governor Umo Eno has imposed an indefinite ban on public masquerade displays across the state, following a rise in attacks by individuals disguising themselves as masquerades. Speaking at a state event, Eno directed security agencies to arrest and prosecute violators, emphasizing the need to ensure public safety and peace. The ban responds to growing concerns over criminal activities linked to masquerades, with several suspects already arrested and undergoing prosecution, according to the State Police Command. In another festive-related move in the same state, Governor Eno has approved the traditional Eno Emba 13th month bonus for state workers ahead of Christmas. The Accountant General has begun immediate payments to ease festive pressures. This marks the third consecutive year the governor has granted the welfare boost, following his 2024 implementation of an 80,000 naira minimum wage for public servants, reinforcing his worker-friendly posture. Moving to Edo State, former Governor Godwin Obaseki has declined the invitation from the Edo State House of Assembly's ad hoc committee to appear over the funding and ownership of the Museum of West African Arts and Radisson Blu Hotel in Benin City. Speaking through his media advisor, Crusoe Osagi, Obaseki described the invitation as offensive, noting the matter is already before the courts and that both he and MOA management cannot be subjected to duplicate questioning. Additionally, government officials in Edo have praised the NDDC and partners for sustaining sickle cell awareness and medical interventions. Commissioner Cyril Oshomole called for stronger collaborations to expand access to modern treatments, including stem cell therapies, while advocacy groups and medical experts commended the initiative. Shifting to the southeast, in a politically sensitive development, Abia Governor Alex Oti visited IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu at Sokoto Correctional Center. Accompanied by key officials, he assured Kanu of ongoing efforts for his release and highlighted the Sultan's support for a peaceful resolution. Kanu, reportedly in high spirits, thanked the delegation and praised Abia's development trajectory. Concurrently, in Imo State, the African Democratic Congress ADC has welcomed defectors from other parties, including Harvard-trained educationist Francis Igwejuba, at a ceremony in the party's Owerri Secretariat. ADC State Chairman Professor James Okoroma praised Igwejuba's contributions to philanthropy and human capital development, describing his move as timely ahead of the 2027 elections. Heading to the southwest, former Ogun Governor Gbenga Daniel has urged traditional rulers to persuade the state government to lift its stop work order on federal road projects in Ijebu North. He warned that continued obstruction may cause the district to lose federal funding by December 2025 and stressed that grassroots communities must not be denied essential development projects. Meanwhile, Oyo State has terminated its 8.2 billion naira contract with Electron Energy for an 11 megawatt independent power project over poor performance. Commissioner Dahun Shangodoyin said only 2.6 megawatts was delivered instead of the expected 5 megawatts, despite repeated engagements, and noted that a new 12 megawatts project is expected to commence within 4 months. Now turning attention to the Northwest, Kano State has been a focal point of both security and economic development. The Kano State Police Command has begun strict enforcement of the ban on commercial motorcycles and restricted tricycle operations between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in designated areas including Kano Municipal, Gwale, Dala, Fangi, Nasarawa, Tarauni, Komboso, Ugongo, and parts of Dawakin Kudu local government areas. Officers are empowered to arrest violators and curb misinformation, with residents urged to cooperate. However, insecurity has intensified as bandits adopted at least 25 residents and injured 2 in coordinated attacks on Angwa, Samia, Farunruwa, and Dabanwa communities. This incident followed another adoption in Sanyawa LGA a day earlier. Shanono spokesperson Ahmad Wakili confirmed the attacks, noting that details are still being verified. In contrast, economic activity in Kano received a boost as the state government and Dangote Group strengthened collaboration at the 46th Kano International Trade Fair. Plans include establishing a world-class rice milling plant to improve production and value addition, while the Aliko Dangote Foundation pledged continued social investment in health, nutrition, and education. With over 1,000 exhibitors, the fair themed Empowering SMEs for Sustainable Growth spotlights SME development and industrial skills transfer. Still in the region, the Al-Khali Sada Cares Foundation has launched an empowerment scheme for 16,000 women and youth across Katsina's 16 local government areas, beginning with 1,000 beneficiaries. Representing the governor's wife, officials described the initiative as timely amid rising economic pressures. Founder Hajia Zainab Sada said the program aims to promote self-reliance through practical skills and support. Beneficiaries expressed gratitude, noting the intervention offers hope for income stability. Complementing regional cultural development, the ACF and North Cross West Africa has shaped generations within the Tijaniya order. Sharif Ibrahim Salih Al-Husseini has been appointed successor to consolidate the brotherhood's stability. Leaders praised the late cleric's lifelong commitment to tolerance, reconciliation, and national harmony. Further reinforcing regional unity, President Bola Tinubu and the Sultan of Sokoto and several political leaders attended the third day prayer for Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi, hailing him as a pillar of national unity and spiritual guidance. Other dignitaries extolled his humility, scholarship, and peace-building influence, while the family, represented by Dr. Ibrahim Dahiru Bauchi, appreciated the nationwide solidarity and pledged to sustain the cleric's enduring legacy. Shifting focus to the North Central Zone, Kwara and 20 other states will repeat the polio component of the measles rubella vaccination campaign halted earlier. Targeted children under 5, the exercise resumes after gaps were identified during the October round, including school refusals and logistical setbacks. The Kwara Primary Health Care Agency, in collaboration with WHO and UNICEF aims to ensure full coverage and strengthen Nigeria's broader immunization performance. In nearby Plateau State, cautious optimism is emerging as Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo reports a significant decline in killings and bandit attacks over the past 2 weeks, attributed to strengthened dialogue with Fulani herders and reconciliation meetings involving Miyetti Allah. Nevertheless, over 161 villages remain displaced, highlighting the deeper issues that still require sustained peace building and long-term community healing. Still within the zone, the Benue government has trained 14,942 youths and women in 40 skills to curb unemployment. Dr. Raymond Asema Kaha announced plans for a business fund to support SMEs and help graduates launch viable ventures, stressing mentorship, startup capital access, and government-backed support to turn training into sustainable livelihoods. Also in the North Central region, Senator Sunday Karimi has condemned the adoption of worshippers, including a pastor and his wife, at a C&S church in Ejiba, Yagba West, LGA. He urged both federal and state authorities to secure their release and encouraged citizens to pray for the victims. Praising security agencies, Karimi assured constituents of ongoing rescue operations and reaffirmed commitment to keeping Kogi West peaceful. Turning to the northeast, Borno State Police foiled a Boko Haram attack in Malari, Kongduga, LGA on Sunday, leaving one person injured and 3 others missing. The Borno State Police PPRO ASP Nahum Kenneth Daso said operatives engaged about 15 armed men on motorcycles, resulting in a gunfire exchange. A 15-year-old victim is receiving treatment at Maiduguri General Hospital. Security forces, including the police, military, and civilian JTF hunters, are conducting search and rescue operations while the area has been secured. Meanwhile, Adamawa Deputy Governor Professor Kaletakwa Farauta congratulated 17 newly ordained ministers during the Truth Foundation Ministries Convention in Newman. She encouraged them to positively influence families and communities. General Overseer Reverend Ensign Carford said the convention's purpose was to strengthen believers spiritually, while newly ordained Pastor Fanuel Calvin expressed gratitude for the privilege of answering his divine calling and joining ministerial service. Still in the northeast, the Bauchi state government has disowned a criminal syndicate defrauding job seekers with fake civil service offers. Head of Service Barrister Muhammad Sani warned applicants to disregard payment demands, clarifying that recruitment occurs only through the official online portal. He assured that successful candidates will be contacted properly and urged citizens to report credible intelligence on the scammers to security agencies to curb exploitation. On national matters, UNICEF has urged stakeholders to equip Nigerian youth with digital skills to ensure employability and global competitiveness. Céline Lafour-Seri, chief of UNICEF Lagos Field Office, highlighted that Nigeria's projected 126 million children and adolescents by 2030 could be the nation's greatest strength if adequately prepared. With over 80% of youth lacking digital skills, initiatives like the Nigeria Learning Passport and AI-driven training programs aim to close gaps, promote equity, and prepare youth for future jobs. Also addressing national concerns, First Lady Senator Remi Tinubu has urged young Nigerians to prioritize HIV testing and treatment as the world marks AIDS Day 2025. She emphasized early detection, stigma-free support, and community compassion. Tinubu reaffirmed the government's commitment to ending AIDS as a public health threat by 2030, calling families and neighborhoods to embrace empathy toward people living with the virus. In a related national concern, activist Aisha Yusufu has criticized the National Assembly for failing to protect Nigerians amid worsening insecurity. In an open letter, she condemned widespread killings, kidnappings, and official silence, stressing lawmakers' constitutional duty to hold the executive accountable. She demanded emergency legislative action, probes into security lapses, and stronger pressure on President Tinubu. Yusufu insisted Nigerians will continue demanding good governance and meaningful protection of lives across the country. Still on national matters, the Federal Road Safety Court has directed all construction companies to install proper road signs at roadwork sites nationwide. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed said the directive aligns with President Tinubu's infrastructure agenda and aims to reduce accidents linked to unsafe diversions. He warned of strict sanctions for non-compliant firms. By addressing recurring safety gaps, the FRSC hopes to enhance motorist protection and enforce a uniform road safety culture across Nigeria. In another regional development, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company reaffirmed its ongoing reforms under CEO Jennifer Adigeje, dismissing claims of financial mismanagement. Since August 2024, the company restored dormant plants generating up to 750 megawatts, recovered debts, and completed key projects nationwide. NDPHC insisted all actions are board approved and transparent, urging media houses to verify information before publication to prevent misinformation from undermining energy sector progress. Finally, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has forecast sunny, hazy, and isolated thunderstorm conditions across the country from Monday to Wednesday. Northern states are expected to experience sunshine and dust haze, while the central region will see sunny skies with cloud patches. In the south, cloudy skies with occasional thunderstorms are predicted, particularly in Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Ogun, Ondo, Lagos, Rivers, and other coastal areas. NIMET advised residents to take precautions during rainfall and be mindful of dust, especially those with respiratory conditions, and urged airline operators to obtain airport-specific weather reports for safe operations. Let's quickly take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned, don't touch the dial. When we come back, the news continue.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Welcome back. We are glad you are still there with us. Moving to the international scene, Guinea-Bissau's military rulers have prohibited protests and strikes as they tighten control ahead of an ECOWAS mediation visit following last week's coup. The directive announced Sunday ordered all public institutions to resume work. This comes after youth-led demonstrations demanding the release of detained opposition leaders and election results. Meanwhile, ECOWAS leaders are expected in Bissau to press for constitutional restoration and warn of possible sanctions. Cameroonian opposition leader Anicet Ekane, arrested after October's post-election protest, has died in detention, his lawyer and family said, a development likely to escalate political tensions. Ekane, 74, faced charges of insurrection and hostility against the state, which he denied. His party accused security forces of denying him vital medical equipment. Meanwhile, authorities say an investigation is underway as opposition groups demand the release of other detained supporters. On business news, Africa's state-owned institutions are approaching a record $1 trillion in assets under management, according to Global SWF's latest report. The rise comes as countries rely more on domestic capital amid declining concessional finance. While most of the funds are held by pension institutions and central banks, new sovereign wealth funds are emerging across the continent. However, sub-Saharan Africa still accounts for only 1% of global sovereign wealth assets. Dangote Refinery says it can supply 1.5 billion liters of petrol in December, countering regulator data that suggested far lower output. The company invited the NMDPRA to verify daily volumes on site, stressing transparency as it prepares to raise production to 1.7 billion liters monthly by February 2026. Dangote also urged authorities to ease vessel clearance delays that have disrupted operations and increased customer costs. On entertainment news, wedding MC Adedamola Oni, known as MC Dami, thrilled guests as he hosted Owambe 2.0 Faji Repete at Neka House, Alausa. The cultural showcase featured live music, comedy, and vibrant fashion, drawing dignitaries including Senator Ganiyu Solomon. Dami said the event's success reflected Lagos' strong support for the arts. The night highlighted cultural preservation, youth creativity, and opportunities for emerging performance. On sport news, Super Eagles winger Samuel Chukwueze says he is determined to cement his place at Fulham after joining on loan from AC Milan. The 26-year-old earned his first start under Marco Silva in a 2-1 win over Tottenham, delivering a man-of-the-match performance. With 3 assists in 6 league games, he admitted adapting to England has been tough, but said hard work and perseverance helped him seize his latest opportunity. Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen says he is fully prepared to face Fenerbahce in Monday's heated Istanbul derby. After weeks on the sidelines, the Nigerian forward returned to full training on Friday following a hamstring injury. Having missed 2 key matches, he noted that he understands the derby's significance and that Galatasaray signed him for big games. Consequently, he vowed to take necessary risks and give everything for the team. And that's where we draw the curtain. I am Moses Peter. Good evening and wishing you the very best.
Africa, a land of growth, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. Hudson TV, We don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the